The trees hum with the wind and the green hues flashing all around me to catch my attention. It makes me think about hospitals again. How they say that the operating rooms are painted green because green is a calming colour. So why am I feeling so anxious, despite all this greenery? Only after I stand in front of the haughty main buildings I surprise myself by realizing why the gate bothered me. It was the last chance I had to turn back, even if I had no life I could return to. But still, after entering, there was absolutely no way I could go back anymore. Feeling nervous and with this realization set in my head, I opened the front door. Holy fucking banana horseshit. When I went to school, it didn't look as good as this. I'm kinda jealous. A tall man with bad posture notices me as I enter. We're the only people in the lobby, so it's only logical. This is a really bad posture. Go get fatigue. You must be Nikki? Nakai. So you are, excellent. I'm your homeroom and science teacher. My name is Muto. Welcome. We exchange a handshake that is neither firm nor sloppy, and he looks at his watch. We didn't, just stood there. Silly game. The head nurse asked you for a brief check-in visit, but there's no time for that now. Oh, should I go later? Yes, afternoon is probably fine. We should get going and introduce you to the rest of the class. They're waiting already. Waiting for me? I don't really like being the center of attention, but I guess it's inevitable in a situation like this. Somehow not knowing what is waiting for me makes me feel really nervous. Thinking of this, I almost miss what the teacher is saying. Do you want to introduce yourself to the class? Yeah. Finally get to make, decisions now. Yeah, sure, I mean, isn't that normal? Of course, but not everyone likes to be the center of attention. I'm probably one of those people, but I guess I should be the one giving the first impression of myself. Right, that's no problem. Let's go then. Yeah. My heart's pounding in my chest and it keeps me thinking about my condition as I follow the teacher up the stairs. Don't fucking faint again. Third door down the third floor in the corridor is marked as the classroom for the class free. Lucky opens the door and enters. That painting. Good morning everyone, sorry I'm late again. I hesitate for a split second at the door freezing on the spot. Get a grip, this is a big step, I know that, but there isn't any point to be worrying so much about it. At least not this soon. Yeah, I don't like the look of this class. Oh, she's not bad. Not bad at all. I follow the teacher into the classroom and look around, partially so I won't have to meet the curious gazes of my new classmate. It's pretty spacious, the ceiling is unusually high and there's lots of space left over around and in between the desks. An entire wall taken up by blackboards and the high old-fashioned windows only make it seem larger. The students' desks are standard wooden desks with a shelf underneath for books and wooden chairs with metal frames, simple and efficient. I stop walking in front of the classmates and face the other students. They all look normal, like students in any other school, but then why would they be here? They're probably like me and have something wrong with them, only it's just not immediately obvious. Then I notice that one of the girls seems to be missing the thumb of her right hand. It's a little jarring. Odd. Sorry, I just have to gaze for a little bit. That looks like Ritsu. That is Choji. I'm naming him Choji. I don't care what his name is. Who could I rename Script? This guy is Script. Close enough. Despite the natural tendency to listen when someone's talking to you, I tune out the teacher's speech halfway through while he introduces me to the class. I notice a flash of dark hair and see that someone is looking at me. A girl with really long straight hair that is pretty eye-catching. As she sees me looking back at her, she covers her face with her hands as if it were to make her visible. Which one? I'm guessing he's talking about her? There is one boy with a cane leaning against the lockers at the rear of the class. It's weird seeing someone so young with a cane. Well, I don't see him. Another girl seems to be making some weird hand motion. Sign language? She peers at me over the rims of her glasses, then goes back to whatever she's doing. She's kind of cute. So is this cheery-looking girl with pink hair. She's really hard to miss. I don't know how I didn't notice her the moment I walked in. Please welcome our newest classmate. He claps his hands and so does everyone else except one girl on the front row who has only one hand. I cringe a little, but hide it by bowing in thanks of the applause I did not notice. Who's the one with one hand? Is it her? Oh. Oh. Okay. I didn't notice that. A collective silence tells me that I should open my mouth now. So, I'm Hisako Nakai. And after that? My hobbies are reading and soccer. I hope to get along well with everyone, though I'm a new student. After that? And being so boring, this is exactly like every self-introduction ever. I should say something more exciting. I end up saying nothing and the teacher picks up from there. Everyone seems to be satisfied even with that little I said though. A few girls are whispering to each other, throwing glances at me. Could have gone worse. Better than expected. Ellipses. I listen to the teacher as he drones about getting along with letting my gaze sweep across the classroom. Everyone seems to be listening to him intently, and when he's done they clap their hands again, which feels like a weird thing to do. The first row claps on this round with her one hand against the other wrist, and it ends in a bandage stump. Makes me feel a little bad. You're going to do some group work today, so that will give you a chance to talk with everyone. Is that okay with you? Yeah, it's fine with me. That's good. You can work with Hakamichi. Okay. Oh, class representative. So it's the first girl I meet, I guess? She can explain anything you might want to know, and who else would be able to do better, right? How could I know? The teacher passes the day's assignment and announces that we'll be... Oh, whoops. The teacher passes... Yeah, that we'll be working in groups of 3. It hits me that I don't know who Hakamichi is. Slow. The teacher seems to catch my helpless expression. Alright, Hakamichi is right there. Shizune. Ooh, we're naming her Shizune then, just because that's a bit easier to say. Yep, that's exactly who I wanted to be paired with. As he calls out her name, the cute, bubbly-looking girl with bright pink hair and gold eyes waves her hand at me. I take a seat next to her by the window. Hey, excuse me, we're standing up. Hey, I guess you're Hakamichi, right? No. Shizune. It's nice to meet you. Haha! What? I'm caught off guard by her laughter. It's nice to meet you too, but... I'm not Hakamichi, I'm Misha. This is Hakamichi. I knew it. Giggling, Misha points to the girl next to her, the one I saw using sign language before. Looks like she's been staring at me this whole time. She nods once and nonchalantly to show that she acknowledges my presence, but only barely. She has short yet carefully neatly brushed hair, a pair of oval-shaped glasses balanced on the tip of her dainty nose, and dark blue eyes that seem to alternate every second between analytical and slightly bored. It's nice to meet you. ... She immediately looks at Misha, who smiles and makes a few gestures with her hands. Hakamichi nods and makes a few gestures of her own. Start to wonder if the teacher was messing me, saying things like, you'll be able to talk to people, and who better to explain things to you. I can see you're a little confused, right? But I understand why you would think I was Shi-Chen. Shi-Chen is deaf, so I'm the person who translates things back and forth for her. I'm like an interpreter. She says it's nice to meet you too.